YouTube, what's going on? It's Monday night, November the 12th, I believe. This is a Willis Jeep Wrangler from Greenlight. And this video, I want to show that because I got a package in the mail. This is part of a trade. We made the trade a while ago. We both sent each other the trade. Part of what came in that trade was that guy right there, but he forgot to put this in the box, and it just showed up random. Whoa! It just showed up today randomly. Like, he didn't even tell me it was coming or send me tracking or anything. So that was kind of cool. So we're going to take a look at it, and then we're going to look, because that iPad falling just broke the trailer. But I think it's fixable. I'm excited about this. So it's from Custom 164 Farm Trucks. And for those of you that follow the channel, he is the one who lifted these Ford Broncos for me. It's a good dude out of the Lone Star State. All right, I'm gonna see if I can fix this. It doesn't look like anything broke. It looks like the so this is it's like an elevating. The gooseneck is like an elevating neck. So I just have to figure out how to get it back on the track. And then I should be good to go. There we go. Yeah, that was so easy. Okay, so definitely not broken. Wow, that was almost too easy. It's a great design. You know, that's one thing about Greenlight is, you know, they're adult collectibles. They're not really meant to be played with, but you can play with them, and you can be, you know, you don't have to necessarily be super easy on them. They are fairly durable. So basically what happened is when the iPad fell, this assembly here detached from the trailer. But easy peasy, lemon squeezy, it's right back on. So the reason I'm showing this Willis Jeep is because he did a custom for me. Dude, it looks sweet, man. So this one that I have here, I don't know, this doesn't really mean anything, but it's not numbered. I know some people will freak out about that. But actually, if you look closely, it looks like what happened is it was stamped over here on the rear axle. $3105-ish. So that's all it is. You know, some people freak out. Oh, it's a pre-production casting and all this kind of stuff. No, it's not. It's just an error, and it's a common error, and they're not worth anything more than they would have otherwise been. But anyways, he made me one of these with a little suspension lift. Very subtle, but it looks very, very good. And it's definitely a noticeable lift. God, that looks way cool, man. I really dig it. So, let's do this. I'm going to go around the layout here, and then towards the end of the video, we'll take these off the trailer, get them on the street so that you can really see the difference. Because I know here from this angle, You're probably thinking, oh, I don't see a difference. Well, there's definitely a difference there. So, okay. Lately, I've done quite a bit of like the premium import stuff with Kyosho and Tomoka Limited Vintage and Konami, and then miscellaneous import brand. So, just to get back to the roots, this is going to be a Greenlight hitch and tow. Not really a review. All of these have been reviewed on YouTube at one point or another, to some level, probably even on this channel. But more of an overview of some of the trailer castings that Greenlight has out there. And they've got some really good ones. Now, I thought that I had a flatbed trailer out here, but apparently I put it away. They have 3 or 4 different flatbed trailer castings, including this gooseneck here, which we'll start with this one since it's right here. So far, I think this is the only release of the gooseneck. Actually, it's not. If you count the... those are hobby exclusive, and I forget what store, some country store. But they just came out with an F350 dually, and they released a couple of those with the gooseneck, I think. But this was just a regular hitch and tow release. An excellent release. You get this truck, which is just an awesome casting in its own right. Dodge Ram 2500 Cummins. It's lifted. You got the big off-road tires. Trailer is awesome. You can fit 2 pretty decent sized cars on this trailer, or you can fit 1 good sized car and 1 small car. So this one here is just a little open utility trailer. I have my little kayakers getting ready to get that water in there. The Jeep this is also from regular hitch and tow. It's from Walking Dead, and it's Michonne's Jeep, but it's not part of the Hollywood hitch and tow. That's a totally separate series. There has been at least 1 or 2 times where they put Hollywood hitch and tow out in the regular hitch and tow series. Now the difference is those releases don't come with the 3rd vehicle. Like with the standard Hollywood hitch and tow, you get a tow vehicle, you get a trailer, and then you get a vehicle that you can tow. In this case, you just get the Jeep and the trailer. Really cool little utility trailer, though. Okay, this one here is the Airstream Bambi. This is one of their earlier trailers, and this was the first camper trailer that they had. They've since added a nice assortment of camper trailers, like this Winnebago here, which is one of my favorites. Here's an enclosed utility trailer. Not very big. It's definitely not something that you can fit a car in. In fact, this release was Series 2 or 3. They have since retooled this. This particular release, which, like I said, was either Hitch and Tow 2 or Hitch and Tow 3. But this particular release is an enclosed trailer. They retooled it so that anytime it comes out now, it'll have an opening. I think they're swinging. I don't know if they did it as a ramp or swinging doors, but they do open. And in this case, it's completely enclosed, and you cannot access the inside. But just look at the detail on this trailer. You got all the rivets, the hinges, the latch. Rubber tires. The vent on top. It's just an incredible little casting. All of their trailers are, in my opinion, top notch. They're definitely, without question, the best trailers in the scale. Okay, so working our way down, this is another one of the flatbeds. And this is a custom trailer based off of the Gas Monkey Garage trailer. And it's actually a really cool trailer. I'm going to move the gooseneck so I can slide this one down because I want to take a close look at it. There's a few things on this trailer that I think are worth talking about. So what the guys at Gas Monkey did, they built their trailer and then they put on the front of it a brush guard with spotlights or fog lights, and that basically allows them to illuminate the deck, you know, if they're picking something up in, you know, a barn or an abandoned field in the, you know, at nighttime when it's dark. That allows them to see. And then you've got a toolbox and a spare tire. So it's a pretty practical and nice little trailer. And because of those custom accessories, it adds a lot of detail to the model. You do have to be careful with these, though, because they are notorious for that spare tire coming off. I saw plenty. When this casting was released, I saw multiple packaged versions of this where the spare tire was loose in the package. But it is a pretty cool casting. I'm not a huge fan of the truck with all the Gas Monkey graphics. I would have rather seen the truck left black. Pretty sure their truck is just black. But I do like the Gas Monkey graphics on the deck. That's pretty rad. Here's a closer look at this Winnebago. Now this does it does come with an awning. It's number 5931, so they made a ton of them. And this is a 1964. It does have an awning that attaches here, and then it has an articulating shade over here. But these are great models if you're going to do a little camping scene or something like that. These little campers are awesome. I like the variety that they've done. You know, everything from utility trailers to flatbeds to campers to boats. Here's a closer look at the Bambi. I do prefer the Bambi in silver, and they've released it in silver a few times. But it is kind of cool to have it in gold, because in actual life, I've seen tons and tons of Airstreams, and every single one I've seen is silver. I've never seen a gold one, so I think that's pretty cool. This being an earlier casting, it does not have an awning. This casting and the Shasta, I think, are the only two that don't. Maybe the Holiday House. What does that say? Willis, Stella, Bison? These trailers, by the way, are really heavy. It's all die cast. There's no plastic. Die cast body, die cast base. The only plastic is going to be the propane tanks. Actually, I don't even know. Those might be die cast as well. I know that the jack stand is die cast. Obviously, the wheels are plastic, but the tires are rubber. That might be plastic, but by and large, these are predominantly die cast metal, and that goes for all of them. Not just the small ones, but even like the car hauler trailer, for example. Even this one is all die cast. You know, with like Hot Wheels and Maisto and some of those other trailers that are out there, you'll get either a plastic body and metal base, or a plastic base and metal body. Not with Greenlight. You get all metal all the time. So it'll be interesting to see how Auto World compares when their trailers start coming out. So here's the car hauler, and they've done a whole bunch of these, whole bunch of different decos. This would be a cool trailer to collect if you wanted to go after a single casting every release, because the different decos on this, and obviously these big walls allow for a nice blank canvas, but every Petro you can think of, STP, Gulf, Shell, there's Goodyear, there's a whole bunch of Hollywood ones like Smokey and the Bandit, the A-Team. It's one of those where you could really get crazy because there's a lot of different decos to choose from. And this will fit just about any Greenlight car. I don't have any really big cars, I don't think. Let's try this C10 just to give you guys perspective on how big this thing is. The C10 without the hitch will fit no problem inside this trailer. Even with the hitch, it's very, very close. So that just gives you an idea of how big these trailers are, because you know if you have a C10, these are not the smallest Greenlight casting here. It's a good size casting. A better example, though, would be this next one I'm going to show. Which is a trailer I really don't care about. This is the only example that I think I'll get. I may pick up the black one and then get rid of this one. I'll keep the truck because I love this truck. That is a sick Silverado. So I'm definitely digging the truck, but the trailer just doesn't do anything for me. And the trailer that Auto World is bringing out is going to be similar to this one. But just to give you an idea of the size of this one, look at what car I've got in there. Probably the largest car in their entire catalog. And plenty of room up front to spare. So you could probably, in fact, I'm going to try it here. If I can do all this one-handed. First things first. Opening that. All right. Is that a big enough casting for you? By the way, this truck, you have the gooseneck and you have the regular hitch. So you're up on the fender, but you're in there. That's how big this trailer is. I mean, it'll fit any Greenlight, you know, save for the HD and SD trucks. This will fit any any Greenlight casting. So that's pretty cool if you're looking for that type of thing as a display piece or what have you. All right, I'm going to try and speed this up a little bit. Here is the Cadillac DeVille, I think, is what. And these are all licensed, by the way, so I'm not making this up. I don't have the packaging. I'm pretty sure it's a Cadillac DeVille. And it's not what you're thinking of, you know, with Cadillac the car. It's a different company altogether. It's spelled differently. But it is a really cool little camper. This is the awning. A lot of their campers are coming with these awnings now. The awning for the Winnebago looks very similar to this. This one, like the Winnebago, also has a visor up here at the front. Propane tanks, just really good detail. And I'm pretty sure, too, that these are authentic colorways and decos. And there you go. Cadillac DeVille. Now, what I need to do is I need to get one of my Auto World DeVilles and get a hitch on it and pull this thing with that. That would be pretty rad. Maybe the best camper that they've brought out is this thing here. Also a licensed model, but look at this detail. So the entire screen has the ripples and the wind effect. All the canvas has it. You know, it looks just like it's been tucked away for the winter, and they just got it out. Got a little bit wrinkly, but that's just incredible detail, you know, that someone took the time in the design of this, I should say, of these toolings to incorporate all that detail. The cool thing about this pop-up camper is that it's convertible, so you can display it like this. And by the way, it will tow open. You can hitch it and pull it. I apologize for the shaky camera. A little bit of an axle issue there, but no big deal. But anyways, so you can do that, but it is convertible. So if you want it in the down position, it's a 3-piece set. So there's your base, and then there's your windows, and then here's the top. So if you wanted to display it like this, you have to stow that away somewhere. But this gives you an awesome little pop-up camper. So the design in that is just well thought out, and it's a very, very good result in my opinion. Okay, the Shasta, this is also one of the originals. I think this was the second camper tooling from after the Airstream Bambi. I saw one of these yesterday. I don't remember where I was, but I saw this in a parking lot. Basically the exact same one that we're looking at here. Very, very cool. These are modern trailers that are made to look like classic trailers. And being that this is an earlier Greenlight camper, it did not come with the awning. And I'm not sure if they've retooled it or not to take an awning. I don't think they have. Another cool trailer is this boat. All die cast. Obviously the interior is plastic, but the hull is die cast. The trailer is die cast. You get these little covers, but that tire's coming off the wheel there, so it's not going to roll. But awesome looking boat. Now this casting, they've only released twice, so when they release it, you got to scoop it up. I don't know what they sell for on the secondary market. I don't think it's like an ungodly amount of money or anything, but just know that they don't put this casting out very often. The boat does come off the trailer. It's similar to the Johnny, the way that it all works, except for the fact that unlike the Johnny Lightning, this is all die cast. Whereas that boat, that trailer is entirely plastic. So pretty cool there. One of my favorite trailers is the Holiday House here. This is a brand new release from the newest Hitch Home series. These holiday houses are very sought after right now. People are buying them and restoring them, and with the whole tiny house movement, some people are even living in them. But I know that these holiday houses are very valuable. This whole front here is all windows. It's a very distinctive look. If you see a camper with a bunch of windows on the front of it like that, it's probably a holiday house. The detail on this is as good or better than any of the others. Whole bunch of stainless steel replication here. Little access panel. Tinted windows. The door is a separate piece, however, it does not articulate. But that's pretty cool that they did a separate piece. They did not do that on any of the other trailers. So yeah, the Holiday House might be my favorite. It's either that one or this one. And I forget the name of this, but it's an Airstream. I think it's a land yacht. But this is the dual axle. I don't know how scale accurate this trailer is. I think it's pretty close, but I don't know. I mean, when you look at this quarter angle here, the size of that in reference to the truck, that's got to be really close. And that is another awesome casting. So that pretty much wraps it up. Now I think there are a couple trailers that they have that I don't have or didn't show here. I know one of them is that flatbed, the initial flatbed trailer that they had when they first started doing hitch and tow. And it's basically a flatbed that can, you can tow a single car with it. Okay, let's get to this Willis. Some people say Willies, some people say Willis, but I believe the correct pronunciation actually is Willis. But this is the stock version. By the way, these Jeeps, removable top. Really digging the yellow with the black decal or black accents. But here's the lifted version. Like I said, it's pretty subtle, but it's definitely noticeable, and it makes a big difference. And honestly, this right here is probably the stance that the Jeeps should have been given from Greenlight. I almost feel like this is not enough ground clearance. I think with the Wranglers, there's much more space between the tire and the fender. Even on the stock Jeeps that haven't been lifted. Alright, let's see how this, well, first of all, it's number 3002. What number was this? 310. They're only like 100 apart, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. What are the odds of that? Oh, he might have glued. No, he didn't. Okay. Alright, so there it is without the top. I think that looks awesome right there. It's a subtle difference, but it's definitely a noticeable difference. It's probably a scale 3-inch lift. But it's, in my opinion, it's a massive improvement on the overall stance. So, awesome. Well, thank you, Custom 164 Farm Trucks. Thank you, everybody, for watching. As mentioned in the previous videos, I'm going to try, no later than Thanksgiving weekend, I will have the resin poured and I'll finish up this layout. If you have any questions or comments, you know what to do. But please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please share the video. Let's try to get this video some wheels and share this awesome diecast. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night.